I saw this. Apparently, Megan Thee Stallion unveils a new anime series, and it's all over the news. It's very difficult to miss it. And as I'm seeing this, I finally understand why the West cannot make good anime. And if you disagree with this, like, maybe one anime that was made in the West that was successful. I genuinely believe that the West's strength is at making amazing TV shows. For instance, Stargate, Star Trek, Lost, Supernatural, like shows that go around the world. The West's strength is in making comic books, Disney movies. Like that is what the West is renowned for making in certain parts of the world that you can't even name, but they can name your shit. And if you look at what happened recently, it's sanitization. It's a centralized of all entertainment power in the hands of a few companies, which then were easy target for activists to enact their demands. So, for instance, if you have feminists and they say you're not allowed to have lewd women, don't sexualize female characters, we want girl bosses. They go to R.R. Martin and they say, yeah, we understand that you have a dark universe that's a alternative spin on a medieval society, but we just don't want any more rape there. We just don't want any more misogyny there. We want strong women to take over. And then you get to see how Game of Thrones looks like. Like all of this is possible because the entertainment industry has been centralized in the hands of a few corporations. And so when power is centralized, activists, payment processors, they can swoop in like vultures and demand that art is now made with bureaucratic intent. Like you need to have at least 100, if not 1,000 of legislations and regulations on how you're allowed to depict characters, being forced to include characters. Like you can't just make a TV show like Friends anymore, because there's no black characters there, right? So like you need to have a black guy, and once you have a black guy, you need to hire someone that specializes in writing black people. You need to make sure that there's no stereotype, right? And so they managed to destroy that entertainment. Because it's happening everywhere. It's happening in comic books, it's happening with TV shows, it's happening with movies. And so the American people and the others from the West, they looked at other nations. They tried finding alternative ways of entertainment so, that they can have something to do in their free time. And apparently they came up with anime. Right now, anime has a completely different way of telling stories than the West. The journey of the hero, for instance, may not even exist in certain animes. Like if you have an anime like Uzaki-chan, like there's no journey of the hero there, or One Punch Man, or Attack on Titan. They don't use Western tropes in their entertainment. They use like Asian tropes that exist over there. Completely different culture. Certain things that are offensive in the West are not offensive in anime and vice versa. Like, for instance, with Uzaki-chan, or even a high school romance. In anime, you can have fan service. You can see some cleavage. You can see a pantsu if it's done for comedic purposes. In the West, that is appalling. That is shocking. It's like, oh my goodness, it's sexualizing, right? It creates controversies. And so, meanwhile, in the West, you can have stuff like a nuclear explosion, while in Japan, like, that's incredibly controversial, right? So, like, all of a sudden, you have the Western audience being shown something that they view as unrestrained, right? Like, everything goes, right? You have a cartoon that looks like it's for kids, having Goku running around and killing people. Like, in the original Dragon Ball, Goku actually kills some people. Unthinkable in the West, right? Bulma, underaged, flashes her tits at Mount Roshi, and his nose explodes with blood. Again, incredibly unthinkable for the West. Frieza kills Krillin, impels him with his horn, and Krillin pukes blood. Just horrifying for Western audience. But it turns out that the people like edginess, right? Like, people want to see things they're not allowed to see. Like, people want the extremes. They want art that's unshackled. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see Bulma's pants. So don't watch Dragon Ball. Watch something else. Watch Death Note, or watch Attack on Titan. Like just because it's called anime doesn't mean like there's not something for you to watch. And during the pandemic, many Westerners, they genuinely fell in love with this because all of their entertainment is boring and bland. And so, you have like the peak creativity and, you have like peak gore, peak violence, peak degeneracy, just pick whatever you like and watch that. Like, just, the way Asians do it is like, if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's actually something that's true in Asia right now. It's like, it's entertainment. Like, there should be something for everyone, no matter how degenerate, how depraved. Like, when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to fiction, there should be a book for you. There should be a show for you. There should be something, right? Like, they do entertainment the same way that the Romans did the circus. It's like everyone needs to get to the circus to get the bread. And so that's a different attitude, right? It's not bureaucratic. It's not, oh my goodness, what would the kids think if we have a gun in this show? What would kids think if we have alcohol? What, Like they don't care about those things. And so you have Westerners that look at anime and they like it. And they try to reproduce it, but they miss the point entirely. Basically, like they still use the bureaucracy, they still sanitize the anime, that they still do the same thing that they do with their own entertainment, and like this whole thing, like, why are you putting your face on the anime? Like, I get it, you're Megan Thee Stallion. Congratulations, why don't you make a TV show then? Why don't you make something else? Why are you making an anime? Oh, you're going to use the anime aesthetic, right, and put your face, put your brand on that. And it's like, well, that's not why people watch anime. The way you're supposed to do it is to come up with an interesting story that wasn't done before, or it's outlandish. It may be part of a genre, like it can be an isekai, but go wild with it. Resurrect someone as a microphone. It's like, I died in an explosion and I'm on the microphone of a hot girl streamer. Welcome to my nightmare. She spits on me on a daily basis. Right? Like, come up with something like that. That's what people want to see from anime. Like, yeah, sure, you got nice boobies and you got a presentable face and it's very marketable. For a TV show, for a music video, for you showing your face. But, like, if you're just making an anime, I don't want to see your face anywhere near it, right? Like, the anime should stand on its own. It should stand on the story, on the character design, on any of that. And so, when I see the first thing about the new anime coming up, like literally the first thing, it's like, oh, look, this celebrity has made it. I know that it's Western garbage because I will assume that it's sanitized, it's corporate, it's safe branding. And it's like, well, I'm not interested in that. If I want to see that shit, I watch Rick and Morty. I go on Netflix and I watch some, good old American shows, whatever the fuck they show now, because I think even Supernatural got canceled. So there's literally nothing to watch in the West, Maybe I take it back. Maybe I should watch it, right? Because that's the strategy. Like, make sure nothing else is there, and this is the only thing available. Anyway, the biggest thing, I believe, it's a difference in the way of thinking. Westerners are really concerned with morality in media. Like, there even used to be an anti-porn organization, morality in media. But you need to choose, like when you become an entertainer, what are you? Are you an educator? Are you a teacher? Are you responsible for other people's kids? Or do you want to entertain adults? Because if you want to entertain adults, well, you need to look at what the market wants to buy. You need to look at, okay, who are my customers? What do I want to sell? What do they expect from me? If you want to be the teacher, well, then get the activists on board. Get your morality in media. Get your LGBTQ activists. Make sure that the left is represented, because apparently they have the keys to the gates right now, right? Like, they're the gatekeepers. So, like, talk with all the leftist activists, bring them on board, and then become an educator. But don't be shocked when no one buys your shit. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.